A single smile. That's all it took. Almost overnight, cosmetic dentists across America started hearing the exact same request. I want my teeth to look like theirs. Not healthier, not stronger, not even more natural. The exact same smile. Perfectly white, perfectly straight, perfectly symmetrical. It didn't matter if the patient's face was completely different. They wanted that smile. And dentists started noticing something strange. The smiles everyone wanted didn't actually exist naturally. Today on Mouth Secrets, we're investigating how celebrity smiles transformed into a multi-billion-dollar industry, why patients are shaving down perfectly healthy teeth in pursuit of perfection, and whether Hollywood's most famous smiles are creating unrealistic beauty standards that millions of people are now chasing. Because the truth behind the Hollywood smile is far more complicated than most people realize. If you enjoy investigative documentaries that uncover the hidden stories behind modern dentistry, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. Every week, we expose the myths, scandals, and billion-dollar industries shaping the world of oral health using evidence, not hype. This story doesn't begin with social media. It begins with Hollywood. How Hollywood created the perfect smile long before Instagram filters, long before TikTok, long before influencers. Hollywood understood something powerful. People don't just copy fashion, they copy faces. In the early days of film, cosmetic dentistry was relatively limited. Whitening treatments weren't as advanced, veneers were still evolving, and smile makeovers were largely reserved for celebrities and public figures. Then everything changed. Advances in cosmetic dentistry made dramatic smile transformations more predictable and accessible. Actors began appearing on screen with brighter, straighter smiles than ever before. Audiences noticed, whether it was the smile of Tom Cruise evolving over the years, Hilary Duff openly discussing dental improvements after a chipped tooth, or the striking smile transformations of many television personalities, one thing became clear. A great smile wasn't just cosmetic, it became part of a celebrity's brand, and brands are powerful. Soon, cosmetic dentistry wasn't about fixing damaged teeth. It was about creating an image millions of people wanted for themselves. Social media made it explode. Then came Instagram, then TikTok, then YouTube Shorts. Suddenly, celebrity smiles weren't limited to movie premieres. They were everywhere. Every scroll revealed another influencer with impossibly white teeth. Filters enhanced them even further. Editing apps removed imperfections. Professional lighting made every smile appear flawless. But something else was happening behind the scenes. Dentists around the world began reporting that patients weren't describing what they wanted anymore. They were bringing screenshots. I want these teeth. This exact color. This exact shape. This exact smile. There was just one problem. A smile isn't something you can copy. Every face is different. Every bite is different. Every jaw is different. Every lip line is different. What looks incredible on one person can appear unnatural on someone else. Yet social media convinced millions that smiles could be duplicated like hairstyles. And that misunderstanding helped fuel an enormous cosmetic dentistry boom. If you're enjoying today's investigation, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. We investigate the stories behind the smiles everyone is talking about. Because what happened next transformed cosmetic dentistry forever. The veneer boom. Around the world, demand skyrocketed. Patients who once asked about whitening were now asking about veneers. For some people, veneers are an excellent treatment option when properly planned and performed. They can restore worn teeth, correct discoloration, improve shape, repair fractures. But somewhere along the way, the internet began treating veneers like they were fake fingernails. Quick, easy, reversible. That's not how dentistry works. According to the Journal of the American Dental Association, treatment planning should always begin with a comprehensive examination, diagnosis, and discussion of appropriate options. Cosmetic treatment isn't one size fits all, and preserving healthy tooth structure remains a fundamental principle of modern dentistry. For many veneer cases, some enamel preparation may be required, although the amount varies, depending on the patient's needs and the type of restoration. That's why experienced cosmetic dentists spend hours planning cases before touching a single tooth. Unfortunately, social media rarely shows that part. Instead, it shows the reveal. The dramatic before and after, the emotional reaction, the million-view transformation. Not the consultations, not the x-rays, not the treatment planning, not the follow-up care, just the magic. And viewers began believing cosmetic dentistry was almost effortless. The turkey teeth phenomenon. Then came one of the biggest cosmetic dentistry stories of the past decade, dental tourism. Thousands of patients began traveling overseas seeking lower-cost smile makeovers. The media quickly coined one phrase, turkey teeth. The nickname became a viral headline after reports in outlets such as the BBC, The Independent, and other international news organizations highlighted both successful treatments and patients who experienced complications after aggressive tooth preparation or inadequate follow-up care. It's important to understand something. Receiving dental treatment in another country isn't inherently unsafe. Many highly qualified dentists practice around the world. The concern raised by experts wasn't the location, it was the treatment planning. Some patients later reported that they believed they were receiving veneers, only to learn that extensive tooth reduction had been performed for crowns instead. Others reported complications after returning home and struggled to obtain follow-up care. These widely publicized stories sparked global conversations about informed consent, expectations, and the risks of making irreversible decisions based on price or social media trends. The lesson wasn't never travel. The lesson was to know exactly what treatment you're receiving. Know why it's being recommended, and understand the long-term commitment before you say yes. When beauty standards become unrealistic, here's something fascinating. Researchers studying facial attractiveness have found that people generally prefer smiles that appear healthy and natural, not necessarily the brightest or most perfectly symmetrical. Yet social media often pushes the opposite. Ultra-white teeth, square edges, zero character, no individuality. In real life, natural teeth have texture, slight variations, subtle asymmetry. Those details often make a smile look authentic. Ironically, the pursuit of perfection sometimes creates the opposite effect. Patients increasingly ask dentists to make their smiles look less fake. Why? Because trends change, and dentistry lasts much longer than trends. Unlike a haircut, makeup, or clothing, cosmetic dental treatment can affect your smile for decades. That's why responsible cosmetic dentists often spend more time talking patients out of unnecessary treatment than talking them into it. If you're finding this investigation valuable, subscribe to Mouth Secrets. We believe the best cosmetic decision is always an informed one. The bigger question. So, whose smile is everyone copying? The truth is, not just one person's. It's a combination of Hollywood, social media, filters, editing, lighting, professional photography, and years of cosmetic trends slowly blending together into one impossible standard. The perfect smile doesn't belong to one celebrity. It belongs to the internet. And that may be the biggest illusion of all. The most beautiful smiles aren't always the brightest, or the straightest, or the most expensive. They're the smiles that fit the person wearing them. Modern cosmetic dentistry can achieve incredible results, but its greatest success isn't making everyone look the same. It's creating smiles that look so natural, no one notices dentistry was ever involved. That's a level of artistry social media rarely shows. If today's documentary changed the way you think about celebrity smiles, subscribe to Mouth Secrets and turn on notifications. Every week, we investigate the biggest stories, scandals, trends, and myths shaping modern dentistry, always grounded in science, real events, and evidence. Now we want to hear from you. If you could change one thing about your smile, what would it be? And do you think social media has changed what people consider the perfect smile? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because sometimes the smile everyone is chasing was never real to begin with.